guys? It's me and Eze here, working in the garage. So I just put the driver's side axle and I still need to bolt up the half shaft, stuff like that, just an OEM axle. But the half shaft mount is hanging there. I'm just taking a break.
I'm just chilling.
So I gotta bolt this stuff down and put the upper control arm back in and tighten up the fork, put the fork back on and tighten that up.
Other side.
Yeah, I still gotta do the other side. But
slowly but surely.
yeah, so Jameson is finishing on my head. He said it would possibly be done tomorrow. So once he finishes that up and if the clearances are good with my cams, I'm just gonna throw the head on, but if not, I gotta take it out to Apex and have them make sure my cams fit well, and then the head could go on. And then it's pretty much putting turbo stuff on. I bought a new feed line and a new return line. I still gotta get my oil pan tapped. Yeah, I have this feed line here, but I think it's because it's right there. You can stab yourself right there. It's like, I don't know. I don't like it.
You got this new?
No, that's old. That's not my last
one. You got a new one. The line.
What up, y'all?
Hello.
Y'all in the garage.
Yeah.
Doing this wiring harness.
Yeah.
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 Gio, the soldering guy, is doing his soldering.
Dude, I have the same solder gun, which reminds me, I need to hit up Raymond for it. He has my beep. Do you like what I did? I didn't want to, what do you call it?
Demonetize my video.
I got that. So you suck a dick, bro. I was like, what the f? God damn.
What the f is a seatbelt, bro?
You know what a seatbelt is?
Nah.
It's an option.
Little bitch met her on Melrose, her boyfriend ride like a Camaro. I cannot kick it with none of these rappers, cause most of these niggas be homo. She's on my dick and get killed on the back though. I used to chop at her bando.
He's like, and one of your brake lights, it's out. I'm like, it's not out. I don't know why my headlight, my brake light, it's like kind of foggy, but cause I have LEDs in it, you know? And it's supposed to be bright, but it's kind of dim. And then I told him, I'm like, it's not out. I'm like, it's in there. I'm like, go back there. I'm like, I guarantee you it's on. He's like, no, man, it's out. And when we get out the car and I show him, he's like, yeah, it's kind of dim, man. He's like, you can't see it though. And I'm like, oh, but it's still there, you know? Like, I got my brake light. He's all right. All right, you know? And then he goes into his squad car. He's like, just sit here. I was in front of his squad car. And then he comes out like literally 20, 30 seconds later, bro. All right, just give me a warning. And I was like, just that? And he's like, yeah. And he just jumps in his car and he just leaves. Like
He had to have another emergency
like nothing,
going.
bro.
He had to just get a call.
Yeah,
He had to just get a call. He's like, I'm out.
It, bro. And he's like, all right. He's like, I'm just give you a warning. And he didn't even give me like a ticket, like with the warning, you know, like a written warning. It was just like a verbal warning. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? He didn't even bother. Like, I know my car reeked, bro. Like it stunk. And he didn't even bother searching it. I could have had a whole pee on me or something else, and he didn't even mind it. Cause I mean, he seen I was straight up with him. I'm like, nah. I'm like, when I get home, when I do my thing, you know, in my driveway, and that's it. And then he just kind of like, okay, whatever. And then, when I was going into my glove box, he's like, do you have a conceal and carry? I was like, nah. And I didn't want to go into my glove box. I'm like, you want to flash your lights so you make sure I'm going into my glove box? You know, and he's like, you know what? He's like, I have to go to my car and get another battery because it just ran out. He's like, how about you use your phone? I was like, all right then. I just use my phone. Toast to all the Hondas. Toast to 2018.
Gang.
You know we're not even that far away.
Fact.
A toast to a great year.
What's up, guys? What's going on? So we got a lot of stuff done from the other night. It kind of got a little bit crazy at the end, so I didn't really record anything, but we got a lot of stuff done. Starting off with, we got the passenger axle on. It's all on back there. Axles are both on. Everything's torqued back down to spec. What else do? We put the harness in very sloppily, but we put it in. It's in the car right now. It still needs to be ran and stuff like that. I did wire up my gauges, which is what I'm really excited about. So the gauges are all wired, all of them work and turning on. They're not all plugged in yet, so they're not going to be reading properly, but they are all plugged in and powered and ready to go. Also, probably by what you can see right now, I did mount the nitrous bottle just for looks. I bought a mounting kit for the V-TEC nitrous, and I put it in the back on top of the carpet. The battery used to sit under the carpet, so I remounted the battery as well. So I made it sit under the carpet. The carpet's pretty crappy, but it looks way better than it did. So I'm gonna plug in the power. Alrighty. Actually, I took off that reservoir too. It was stopping. This carpet doesn't fit this EK. It just kind of fits back here, kinda. So I had to take off the reservoir to fit that because I'm not even really using it anymore anyways, but all right, here we go. Boom, all the gauges work and the new gauge works. Oil pressure and oil temp. We got my air to fuel ratio, boost gauge working up here, and my voltage gauge is actually working right now. So that's pretty much all we got done. I cleaned up a lot of the wiring. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram at boostedblackguy.com or .com, at boostedblackguy on Instagram, but I went live before I did the wiring for all the gauges, and it was a mess. So if you guys didn't check it out, you guys could follow me. I'll probably be going live more often on Instagram and stuff like that. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's at boostedblackguy, and you guys could follow me live while I'm doing the stuff that I'm about to record regardless. But it's kind of cool to hear you guys and your guys' reactions live and feedback. But the wires were everywhere. I took out maybe 8 wires that were behind my dash that didn't connect to anything. So I'm glad I did that and got that all out of the way. Only thing really left to do is put on the head, and Jameson came over last night. We took out the head studs, and there was some grease inside the head stud ports. So we took brake cleaner in there and took an air compressor and sprayed it out. So there's nothing, it's completely dry in there. We should be able to torque it. This is a kind of a learning lesson here. If you guys have any liquid in your head stud ports and you try to torque them down, it can lead to cracking in the block because liquids do not compress. So you want to make sure that all the liquids are out of these ports right here. So you want to get them as dry as possible before you decide to torque down your head studs, because it could lead to cracking the block. So we did that. Jameson is going to buy a whole tub of ARP lube because he's gonna need some for his other project. So he's gonna let me use some of that so I can reapply it to my head studs, because the ARP lube has been probably sitting on there for months, maybe even years. So we're gonna reapply some new lubricant and get the head on as soon as he's done checking the clearances and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna call him in a minute, but regardless, we got a lot of stuff done. I pretty much don't even really know what else to do next besides wait for the head to be done, because that's what needs to go on next. I'm still waiting for my ATI harmonic balancer. It's taking forever. It's kind of getting annoying because I ordered it on Black Friday and that was almost 2 weeks ago. So it's kind of getting annoying. So I'm still waiting on that, but regardless, this project is getting done faster than I expected, and I'm kind of happy. This is what we do in Chicago when it snows. This is all that's here? I'm surprised no one else came out.
There is. There was like fucking. There was 3 cars here, and then they left, and they're gonna come back, and then there's Zach Anus showed up. You probably have to beat that out.
That's like Here, hold this. Record.
Oh, ass?
Yeah.
What the fuck, baby? You're gonna kill me.
He's getting it. He's freaking killing it. What's going on, guys? So yeah, I cut my hair, but what's going on right now is I just installed these HIDs on my car. It kind of took me a little bit to kind of figure it out because there was really no instructions. It was kind of a very vague kind of deal right here, but I got it all figured out because I did install HIDs before. But these are 4000K golden yellow headlights. They're all right. My headlight housings are kind of shit right now, so they're really crappy and I have a whole bunch of crap on them, but they're crazy bright right now. Oh, and I did put this K-Tune timing belt. Just it kind of just holds the timing belt from flapping at high RPMs. So I got that. I was a little bit worried that I was gonna get in the way of my turbo manifold. And I kind of mocked it up. It didn't seem to get in the way or anything. I don't know why people. Oh no, my buddy complained that it was getting in the way of his turbo manifold. That's why I did that. That's why he didn't put one on his. But it seemed to be fine for me. So I didn't really. There was plenty of clearance. So I don't know what he was talking about, but it fit on mine. It works. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do thus far. I did get my ATI harmonic balancer. It just came in today from 1.6. It took forever for them to send it to me, but that's in there. We gotta install it eventually so we can finish the block and get everything marked up, put the head on and all that. And then I'm gonna have to take the oil pan back off so I can put a oil return bung on it and stuff like that. But we gotta get the head on so I can mock up the manifold and where the turbo is gonna sit and where the oil lines are gonna go. So we got a lot to do, but we got a lot done at the same time. So I'm just gonna be kind of closing out this video right now. I'll probably, next thing that's probably gonna be happening is James getting the head done and telling me if the cams are gonna fit in my head or not, or if I need to get them, if I need to get the head machined so the cams could fit. So once he figures out that, then we can move on and start putting the head on and stuff like that. But for right now, this is how far we got, and I'm glad we got this far, and we still got a little more ways to go, but we're getting there. So I really appreciate you guys tuning into my videos. It's really awesome, all the feedback I've been getting lately, especially on social media and also on here. So I really appreciate you guys checking out my video. So don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like, comment. I love to hear from you guys. So that's awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. So it's Beast the Black Guy, and I'm out. Peace. Lastly, I don't remember if I talked about this yet, but I do have an RG torque dampener. I don't know if I installed it right. I kind of made my own mounts here. I know it's supposed to be mounted on the driver's side mount, but I mounted it on top of the control tower, so it's either gonna rip off my tower or it's gonna be fine. So I don't know, but this is a torque dampener. It's supposed to stop your engine from moving back and forth when you're shifting. So we'll see how it goes. It's pretty tight on there. It's nice and tight. So we'll see how that goes when we get it running. But yeah, I don't know if I talked about that yet. So that's what that is.